Every good dog parent wants their dog to know that they are loved and cherished. No doubt you already provide your dog with food, water, toys, and cuddles. But is there anything else you could be doing? What would your dog ask for if they were able to tell you what they wanted? In this video, we're going to look at 6 ways you can use common items found around your home to make your dog's life even better. But before we dive in, why not subscribe to our channel and join our doggy-loving community? Number 1. Petting them with a wet toothbrush. You may have seen this hack on TikTok, where dog parents have been posting videos of their blissed-out dogs after trying this one weird trick. Simply get an old toothbrush, wet the bristles, and use it to gently brush through your pup's fur. To your dog, the wet bristles will feel like the tongue of another dog. This mimics the sensation of grooming, a behavior that dogs engage in to strengthen bonds with other dogs in their social group. Not all dogs respond well to this trick, but if you have a spare toothbrush, it's a great one to try. Just be sure and stop if your doggo seems more keen on chewing it. Important safety tip: make sure the toothbrush has been thoroughly cleaned before use. Anything that gets on your doggo's fur is likely to be licked off during their next personal grooming session. Human toothpaste contains ingredients that can make your dog sick if they eat it, so it's very important to make sure none of it gets on them. Number 2. Timing their meals. When you head out the door each morning, your dog might think you're off to hunt, just like their wild ancestors. Dogs are smart. They start to see you as the hero who hunts down breakfast and dinner. So, feed them before you leave for work and right when you get back. Doing this every day teaches them you're an awesome hunter. Even if your hunting involves choosing the best dog food from the shelf, they'll start waiting for you, thinking, wow, my human is the best hunter, always snagging that top-notch prey from the wild aisles of the grocery store. It's a funny thought, considering the closest most of us get to hunting is finding a parking spot at the supermarket. Number 3. Turning bath time into fun time. Bathing your dog can sometimes be more of a splashy ordeal than a pampering session. For both of you, to make this experience something your furry friend looks forward to, try a couple of neat tricks. First, pop a shower cap on their head. This isn't just adorable, it's practical. It keeps soap and shampoo out of their eyes, making the bath less stressful and more comfortable. But here's the real game changer. Smear some peanut butter on the side of the tub. As your pup busily licks away at the tasty treat, you'll have all the time you need to gently scrub and rinse. They get a delicious snack, and you get a clean, happy dog that is wagging their tail for a bath instead of dreading it. Number 4. Calling their names during happy moments. Calling your dog by their name during positive moments, such as feeding them or playing with them, is a smart move. For example, when it's time to eat or you're getting their favorite toy ready, use their name. This practice helps your dog associate their name with good experiences. If you do this regularly, they'll start to connect hearing their name with positive events. Over time, the sound of their name becomes a signal that something enjoyable is about to happen, encouraging a strong response from them. This method is effective because dogs are very responsive to consistent, positive associations, making their name a powerful tool for communication and bonding. Number 5. Turning mealtimes into a bonding activity and teaching them to catch. You might not think much of it, but the way you feed your dog can really change the game in your relationship. In the wild, dogs hunt and eat together, which is a big bonding activity. By hand feeding, we tap into that instinct, making our bond with them even stronger. Researchers actually noticed that dogs getting fed by hand had a spike in the level of oxytocin, the love hormone. So when your dog is taking food gently from your hand, they're feeling closer to you, thanks to a little chemistry boost. Who knew this small gesture could do so much, right? Besides, this is a great way to slow down your pup's munching. Eating too fast can be risky, leading to things like choking or even bloating, which is as scary as it sounds, where their stomach gets all filled with gas and can twist up. If you haven't got one of those fancy slow feeder bowls, you can just scatter their kibble on something flat, like a cookie sheet or a snuffle mat, making them work a bit to find each piece. Or if you're in a rush, here's a really quick trick. Place a tennis ball right in the middle of their food dish. It's just tricky enough to slow them down a bit while they eat, but not so much that they can't get to their yummy dinner, adding a bit of puzzle-solving fun to their mealtime. Speaking of fun, how about teaching your dog to catch? It's a fantastic way to combine snack time with playtime. Start with something simple and lightweight, like popcorn. Yes, popcorn. It's perfect for toss and catch games because it's light, easy to see, and most dogs think it's delicious. Just toss a piece of popcorn into the air and watch your dog turn into an agile athlete, jumping and snapping it out of the sky. Your dog will love the extra play, and you'll love watching them become a catching champ. Number 6. 2 Pawsome DIY enrichment toys to best engage their senses. These days, many dogs don't have a job. Traditionally, different breeds were made for specific tasks that required a lot of physical and mental effort. Essentially, dogs were bred to be busy workers, and now they're sort of left without a role. Without suitable activities to use their innate skills, dogs might start showing troublesome behaviors, get bored, or feel stressed and anxious. For our canine pals, enrichment activities are a fantastic way to channel instincts like chewing, digging, hunting, herding, or tracking scents. Enter the DIY game to set up the next big case for your doggo's shrewd sniffer. You'll need a shoebox, or any box you have lying around. No need to get fancy. Next, grab a handful of empty toilet paper rolls or paper towel rolls, cut into smaller sections. Place these rolls standing up in the box, like little columns in a miniature maze. Now the most important part, hide some yummy treats at the bottom of the box, right under those paper roll columns. These are the clues your dog will be dying to uncover. As your dog pokes their nose and paws through this intriguing labyrinth of rolls, they'll be rewarded with tasty little surprises that keep them coming back for more. For another perfect DIY project, why not create a lick mat for your dog from a variety of items you might have already? Start with a cutting board and smear a thin layer of peanut butter over it. Just make sure it's free of xylitol. Pop it in the freezer before letting your dog at it. Silicone pot mats or trivets are also excellent choices for lick mats because of their texture. Plus, you can just throw them in the dishwasher when they're dirty. Ice cube trays and silicone baking sheets work great too, as long as they have a smooth and gentle surface. Silicone is especially good because it's easy to clean and soft on your dog's tongue. But what if your dog tries to pick up or chew the lick mat instead of licking? Try setting it inside a baking pan that's a bit larger than the mat. The pan's sides will keep your pup from grabbing the edges of the mat, making it tough for them to lift. But what if after all the walks and games, your pup is still full of naughty energy? How do you tell them that gnawing on a pillow or digging up a hole in your yard is not okay? And what about pulling on a leash, biting your hand, or jumping on people? Check out this video where we share a game plan for getting your pup back on track without ever raising your voice or being harsh.